Imagine standing in the heart of Dallas. Towering structures of glass and steel surround you. The night sky illuminated by the glow of the Reunion Tower, with streets filled with luxury cars and neon signs. Everything speaks of wealth, success, and a bright future. But just a few steps down, beneath the same bridges that modern highways cross, another world unfolds. A world permeated with the scent of despair, sweat, and alcohol. Here, there are no neon lights, just crumpled and torn fabrics that barely form a shelter for survival. You might find it hard to believe, but in this billion-dollar city, thousands of individuals sleep on the cold ground, or amid dirt and trash each night. They were once like you and me, having jobs, homes, families, hope, and now they have none. But the main question is, did they become homeless by choice? Or has a society hidden beneath the dazzling lights of the towers slowly dragged them into the depths of darkness? Dallas, a city with a heart full of contrasts. On one side, skyscrapers gleaming with millions of dollars on each floor. And on the other, tunnels hiding the warm breath of people who seem to have been erased from the city's memory. Every morning, when the sun rises, these two worlds pass by each other again, without seeing one another. If you walk in the city center, you can spot traces of poverty in the corners of parks. City officials try to keep the city's appearance clean, but poverty, like a sticky shadow, merely shifts wherever light shines, never truly disappearing. Homelessness in Dallas is no longer just a social issue. It's a sign of a deep divide that has opened in the heart of America. Homelessness doesn't always happen suddenly. Most of the time, it starts quietly beneath the surface of life, from a debt, a job loss, a separation, or depression. Years ago, Tyrell, one of the homeless in the First Avenue area, was an electrical engineer. But after a workplace incident and losing his insurance, he could no longer afford treatment for his depression. Sedatives took the place of solace. And when addiction entered his life, society cast him out. His friends disappeared. His family turned him away. And the city became a stranger to him. Tyrell's story is that of thousands of others. They don't fall because they want to. They fall because in a society where growth is dizzying, the slightest slip means free fall. Drugs in these streets are not merely a business, they are a survival mechanism. For someone spending the night in sub-zero temperatures, a sip of alcohol or a hit of drugs is the only temporary escape from the cold reality. But over time, this relief becomes a trap built by addiction. Rehab centers are full, but access to real treatment, meaning psychological and social support, is still considered a luxury. Dallas spends millions of dollars each year to clear homeless camps, but the number of people without homes does not decrease. They just migrate to another area. Nothing changes because the roots lie deep within the decaying American economy. Rising rents, lack of mental health support. and a system that keeps people until they are deemed useful, and then discards them. When city officials are asked why Dallas is facing this crisis, they usually respond, "The budget is limited," or "These individuals chose to live this way." But the reality behind the statistics shows that over 70% of homeless individuals have a work history, many of whom are women and seniors who were driven from their homes solely due to rising rents. According to data from 2024, rent costs in Texas have risen by over 45%, while wages have only increased by 8%. This means that for thousands, having a roof over their heads has become a distant dream. During one of my nighttime walks under the Trinity Bridge, a man with torn clothes but calm eyes stood and said, "You know, when people walk past me and don't look at me, it's not because of my smell or my appearance. It's because I remind them of a future they don't want to think about." I have never forgotten that sentence. Homeless people are mirrors of society, a reflection we prefer not to see. Yet, amidst the darkness, there are stories of hope. Community groups, churches, and volunteers distribute food, blankets, and kindness every night. Without cameras, without fame, Dallas still has humanity, even if the system has forgotten it. Thousands of dollars are spent on fireworks for the towers, while just a few hundred meters away, a person is dying from the cold. This image is not exclusive to Dallas. From Los Angeles to New York, the shadow of crisis stretches across America. However, perhaps Dallas, due to its striking contrasts, serves as a clearer mirror than any other. A city that shines from the outside, yet remains dim from within. We may not be able to change the world overnight, but we can take the first step by truly looking, just looking. Homelessness is not just their story, it is our story, a result of collective decisions, misguided policies, and prolonged silence. Every time we walk past someone on the street, let's remember that a person is not merely a collection of choices. They are a collection of opportunities given or taken away. If a society is built on humanity, no one should have to sleep under a bridge. Thus, this video is not just a report of suffering. It is an invitation to see, understand, and take action. Sharing, raising awareness, and demanding change may be the first steps to restoring dignity. Because Dallas is not just a city. It is a metaphor for the human heart caught between light and darkness.